guys, welcome back to another week's reading vlog. I hope everybody's day has been amazing, and I hope that this next week that you're gonna have is also gonna be amazing. But I am here to start this week's reading vlog, so let's get into what I'm planning on reading this week. So, I basically have one main reading goal for this week, and that is to finish A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This book is huge. I am on page 200, which means I have 550 pages left, and I am loving this so far. So this is, if you watched my last vlog, you know what this is, but I'm going to say it again. This is the fourth installment in Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It's one of my personal favorite series, and I love it. This one is a standalone though. It takes place after, actually technically I think this is the fifth installment because she came out with a novella, so I think the novella kind of counts, so we'll go with fifth installment. But there's three main books in the original trilogy, and this is her first standalone in this world, and it follows Nesta and Cassian. If you haven't read the first three books, you won't know who that is, but for those of you that have read it, it follows Nesta and Cassian after the events of the third book, and Nesta is kind of struggling with her identity and what she's going to do now that she has changed, and Cassian is trying to be there for her, and we're seeing them. It's heavy on the romance, heavy on the not so PG-13 stuff. It has a bunch of like witty banter and training sessions, and she spends a lot of time in the library, and so far I'm loving it. It's been super cute, super fun, and I'm excited to keep reading it. As far as the series, for those of you that have not read the series, book one, basically the way this series starts is we are following Feyre, and she is a human girl who lives next to the woods. And in this world, the woods kind of separate the human lands from the Fey lands. And her family, her two sisters and her dad are living in this small cabin right outside of the woods, and her job is to go into the woods and hunt for her family and kind of provide for them. And one day she kills this wolf, and it turns out that the wolf was a Fey in disguise. And so we fast forward, I think it's been a while since I read it, but like probably like a day or two at night, and Tamlin, the Fey Lord of the Spring Court, comes and busts down the door and says that she killed his friend, and so she now has to come live with him, and she kind of just gets taken. And it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and the story just spirals from there. It goes in so many different directions, and a lot of things happen. You meet a lot of people. It's great. I love it. It's amazing. I love her writing. But yeah, definitely go check out that series so that you can also check out this book. But yeah, this is our main goal for this week. I have a couple of like tests later in the week, so that will definitely have an impact on how much I'm able to read. But other than that, I don't really have that much stuff to do. I do have quite a bit of homework, but it's a doable amount of homework, so we should be fine. But I am currently, it's about 5 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. I am working on uploading one of my other vlogs right now, so I can get that scheduled so I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's currently exporting to YouTube, so hopefully that will get done pretty soon, so that way I can finish that up and get it scheduled, and then I will just sit down and read this and see how far I get. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It is actually Tuesday afternoon. Sorry, I look terrible. I just woke up from a nap. It was an amazing nap. But I wanted to come in and update y'all on this book. Last night I hit the 400 page mark, so I read about 200 pages throughout Monday. I'm having a hard time like actually opening up the video and updating y'all because I can't really update y'all on how I'm feeling other than just saying that this is amazing and I love it, but I can't really tell y'all why because all of it's spoilers. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I know there's I'm going to put up this thing on my screen. I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet, but it's just going to say spoilers, and hopefully there'll be a bright color so that it's obvious that you can see it. It'll be pretty big. So test it out right here. This is what it's going to look like, whatever it's showing right now. And then whenever I take it down, like I just did, it'll be safe for whoever to watch this video. If you don't care about spoilers, if you don't think you're ever going to read this series, by all means, watch the whole thing. But just a warning, if you do plan on reading either this entire series eventually, or if you have read the beginning of the series and you want to read this book at some point and you don't want to know spoilers, just mute the video whenever you see that thing, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up so that I can say some spoilers, so go ahead and mute if you don't want to know the spoilers. But yeah, let's get into some spoilers. So like I said earlier, we're following Nesta and Cassian in this book, and we're following their romance, and this book is not PG-13 at all. It is basically, I don't even know what you would describe it as, but definitely don't read this if you're a kid. This is ridiculous. But it's so good. Like, their banter between each other is amazing, as it always was. They're both, like, the most snarky, sarcastic people I've ever met, and to have them, like, basically live with each other through this entire book, amazing. But one of the things that's driving me nuts is that they're both very, like, self-depreciating people, I would almost say. Like, they both don't think that they're good enough for the other person, even though they both love each other. And so in their heads, and we know how they feel about each other, but neither one of them will just come out and say it because they think they'll hurt the other person. And so, like, the entire time, they're just claiming they don't care that much about each other, that they, like, everything they do with each other is like a joke, and that they don't mean any of it, when really, like, they both do, and they just need to say it to each other, and then they could just go on living their happy lives and be the cutest couple ever, but they won't do it, and it's really making me mad. But it's cute. It's them. I love it. It's their personality type, and I know eventually they will, so it's kind of okay-ish. The other thing that really surprised me in here, I said we don't really see that much of the rest of the Night Court. We're starting to see some more of them. We have learned, this is a huge spoiler, but if you're still watching, you either don't care or you read it already, so I'm just gonna say it. Feyre is pregnant, which I knew was coming in the books eventually. I hoped it was, as we know from, I think, the Bone Carver in the first trilogy. We know she's gonna have a kid eventually, so it had to come up at some point. But she's pregnant, and I'm a little scared because I've gotten to the point to where the healer finds out that the baby has wings, and so the labor is going to be horrible and she might not survive. And I normally wouldn't be scared about that because I'm like, no, they wouldn't kill off the main character. But then I'm thinking, and I'm like, it's Sarah J. Maas, and I feel like she's the type of writer that very much would. So it's kind of terrifying me. Also, just the fact that it has Rysand riled up so much that he is so terrified. Like, just seeing him actually, like, flustered and scared is also making me terrified. So there's definitely a lot of emotional roller coasters going on in this. I'll go ahead and put the spoiler warning down now. So the spoiler warning is down, so if you were gone, you can unmute your thing now. But yeah, I have been loving this book. I think the last book I read that I loved this much was probably Addie LaRue, and that was last year. This is amazing. Like I said, I'm on page 400, so I have about 350 left, I think. I almost finished this last night. It got to be about 1:30 in the morning, and I had to force myself to put it down and go to bed for the night. But yeah, that's where we are on this. So hopefully we get a lot more of it read today. It is only Tuesday, so hopefully we can finish this before this weekend, so that way we can pick up even another book this week. But we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go read some more of this. Well, first I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry, and I think I have some chicken in the fridge. So I'm gonna go eat some chicken, and then I'm going to continue reading this, and I will let y'all know what happens next. But yeah, I will see y'all later. Hey guys, what's up? It is Thursday afternoon. I'm about to head to class on campus. But I wanted to pop in because I was able to read a lot of this book yesterday. I wanted to update y'all last night, but I didn't because it was super late by the time I stopped reading. I think I didn't stop reading till like 2:30 or 3 in the morning because I just couldn't stop. But I eventually did stop, and I stopped on chapter 56, which is page 568. So I have a little under 200 pages of this left, and I am just absolutely loving it. It is so cute. Um, they went through like this soul searching like hike together in this mountain range, and it was just like the end of it when they finally started like admitting stuff to each other was just adorable. It was so cute. But yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving how the story's really heating up. I really wasn't expecting that much of a plot in this one because everything's kind of wrapped up in the series, or thought it was. I was expecting this just to be kind of like character building and a romance, but there's definitely a plot in this. There's a huge plot, and things are starting to heat up, and it's feeling like just a regular part of the series and not like some random standalone. So I'm definitely shocked by that, but I'm loving it. But the reason I mainly wanted to come in right now is because I think I'm going to start an audiobook, um, just so I can start reading something else too as I'm reading this, because we are getting close to the end of April, and I still have 7 books left on my TBR, 8 if you count A Court of Thorns and A Court of Frost and Starlight. So I need to get reading, and I've been running every day and like in my car when I'm driving to work or the grocery store, like places like that, I could be listening to an audiobook. So I think I'm going to pick up my audiobook for the Rosie Project by Gremay Simpson. I think that's how you say it. I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. This follows a professor who wants to find his perfect match and his perfect wife. And so he has this huge, like, plan that's going to tell him exactly what he needs to... Oh, there's the cat. That's going to tell him exactly what he needs to find in the wife that's going to be his perfect match. And so he's searching, and then comes Rosie, who is searching for her biological father, and they kind of just, their paths intertwine, and it kind of just goes from there. So, yeah, I'm excited to read this one. It is, my friend Octavio's one of his favorite books ever, so he is the one that actually got this for me. This was a gift from him, so thank you to him for that. If he's watching this, I'm pretty sure he will be, but, you know, thank you to him for that. I'm pretty sure I've already said it in another video, but saying it again. I'm excited to finally pick up this book, and so I will be listening to this throughout today, and I will let y'all know how far I get and what I think when I get there. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hey guys, so it is Friday, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I have to go to work in a couple hours, but it is raining outside, and when I say raining, I mean like, I don't think you can tell on video, but it is thunderstorming. The sky sounds like it's splitting open every couple of minutes, but it's definitely reading weather, so yay for that. I've got like 3 hours before I have to go to work, so I think I'm going to sit here by the window and try to finish the last 200 pages of this. So hopefully that will happen, and if it does, I will talk to you in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's been a while since I updated you. It's been a couple of chaotic days, but it is now Sunday night, and so I'm a day late doing this, but I'm here to close out this vlog. Sadly, I did not finish the book like I wanted to, but I got pretty close, so we're still going to call it a successful reading week, because I read quite a good amount of pages, even though I didn't finish anything. So the first thing that I almost finished, I have like 200 pages left, is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. So far, I'm loving this book, as I've told y'all time and time again in this vlog, I feel like. So yeah, still loving this. I'm still at the same spot I was last time I updated y'all. I haven't had a chance to read any of this. Like I said, chaotic couple of days. But yeah, this I will definitely be finishing this next week in the next reading vlog, so definitely go check that out. And then the other thing that I wanted to update y'all about before I closed out this vlog was the audiobook that I started. I'm pretty sure I started it in the last clip, and that is The Rosie Project by Simpson. So I am on chapter 8, so I'm about 60 pages into this. I've been listening to it. I'm really enjoying it. One thing that is kind of bothering me is just the main character's perspective. He is very, like, logical and methodical in all of his thinking, and so sometimes it's just driving me nuts, because he's explaining every single thought that goes through his head in very great detail and exactly why he's thinking it. And then anytime someone else says something, he has to explain in his head exactly why they said it. And I mean, it's an interesting story, and it's making it's an interesting, like, point of view to read from. It's just sometimes it gets a little annoying, but I am really enjoying it so far. I've just gotten to the point where he actually meets our second main character, Rosie, and she is so much fun. She's outgoing and loud and just doesn't care and just got in his space and just decided she was going to stay there. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm enjoying the characters. But yeah, that is what I have done. So I've read about 60 pages of this book, and I think I want to say I read 300 or 400 of this book this week. So in total, about 360 to 460 pages. So even though we haven't finished a book, that was a lot of pages for a chaotic week. So I'm happy with it. I'm okay with that. But yeah, that is all that I have for this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you feel like it. As usual, both of these books will be linked down below in the description. I'm also going to link the entire vlog playlist, so if you're interested in checking out any of the other ones, that's down there as well. And yeah, I hope y'all are having a good week, and I hope next week is even better, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!